Hello. Okay, I'm just trying to make myself comfortable. So, I wanted to share something today that really broke my heart, and at the same time, it really touched me. It's a message from a kindergarten teacher. And the reason why I wanted to share this is because, as a former teacher, former substitute teacher, former school counselor, I've been in the education field long enough to know how much work goes behind being educators. And I feel like teachers are some of the most undervalued, underappreciated, and underpaid, out of all the jobs out there. And I'm like getting emotional just talking about this. And it's also menopause. Okay, so I'm going to read this letter, and it was written by a kindergarten teacher. And I might cry here and there, just giving you a heads up, okay? It's just that kind of day. But this message, anyways, you guys, all right, here we go. A message from a kindergarten teacher. After 40 years in the classroom, my career ended with one small sentence from a 6-year-old. My dad says people like you don't matter anymore. No sneer, no malice, just quiet honesty, the kind that cuts deeper because it's innocent. He blinked, then added, "You don't even have a TikTok." My name is Mrs Clara Holt, and for 4 decades, I taught kindergarten in a small Denver suburb. Today, I stacked the last box on my desk and locked the door behind me. When I started teaching in the early 1980s, it felt like a promise, a shared belief that what we did mattered. We weren't rich, but we were valued. Parents brought warm cookies to parent nights. Kids gave you homemade cards with hearts that didn't quite line up. Watching a child sound out their first sentence felt like magic. But that world slowly slipped away. The job I once knew has been replaced by exhaustion, red tape, and a kind of loneliness I can't quite describe. My evenings used to be filled with construction paper, glitter, and glue sticks. Now they're spent filling out digital reports to protect myself from angry emails or lawsuits. I've been yelled at by parents in front of 25 children, one filming me with his phone while I tried to calm another child mid-meltdown. And the kids, they've changed too, not by choice. They arrive tired, anxious, overstimulated. Their tiny fingers know how to swipe a screen before they can hold a crayon. Some can't make eye contact or wait in line. We're expected to fix all of it, to patch the gaps, to heal the trauma, teach the curriculum, and document every move in 6 hours a day with resources that barely fill a drawer. The little reading corner I once built, full of soft bean bags and paper stars, was replaced by data charts and learning metrics. A young principal once told me, "Clara, maybe you're too nurturing." The district wants measurable results, as if kindness were a weakness. Still, I stayed because of the small, holy moments that no spreadsheet could measure. A whisper of, "You remind me of my grandma." A shaky note that read, "I feel safe here." A quiet boy finally meeting my eyes and saying, "I read the whole page." Those tiny sparks were my reason to keep showing up. But this last year broke something in me. The aggression grew sharper. The laughter in the staff room turned to silence. The light went out of so many eyes. I watched brilliant teachers, my friends, vanish under the weight of burnout, their joy replaced by survival. I felt myself fading too, like chalk on a board that's been wiped one too many times. So today, I began my goodbye. I pulled faded art off the walls and tucked 30 years of handmade cards into a single box. In the back of a drawer, I found a letter from a student from 1998. Thank you for loving me when I was hard to love. You guys, I sat on the floor and cried. No party, no applause. Just a handshake from a young principal who called me ma'am while checking his notifications. I left my rocking chair behind and my sticker box too. What I carried with me were the memories. The faces of hundreds of children who once trusted me enough to reach out their hands and learn. That can't be uploaded. It can't be measured. It can't be replaced. I miss when teachers were partners, not targets. When parents and educators worked side by side, not in opposition. When schools cared more about wonder than numbers. So if you know a teacher, any teacher, thank them. Not with a mug or a gift card, but with your words, with your respect, with your understanding that behind every test score is a heart that cared enough to try. Because in a world that often overlooks them, teachers are the ones who never forget our children. So I found this floating around online, and I've read it many times now, and every time I read it, I just get emotional. And it's true because, like, I'm a former teacher, and I know a lot of people who are teachers, and they put in their heart and soul, at least the ones I know. And there are shitty people too, don't get me wrong, but at least the ones I know, they put everything into giving the proper, not just education, right? But the care and the love and the kindness, you know? And it should be more than just about numbers or test scores, you know? It's about bringing up these kids to be good people, to instill the proper values. And that I feel like a lot of kids nowadays are missing, you know, because it's all about technology, TikTok and Instagram, and you know, I get it, times are changing, but it's just so sad to see teachers, you know, a lot of them just being so underappreciated and undervalued and underpaid, you know. The amount of money that they've cut from education. Some of the people that have had an immense impact in my life are teachers. My kindergarten teacher, when I first started school, I didn't speak a word of English. I was terrified. And she welcomed me into her classroom and made me feel really safe, even though I didn't understand a word she was saying. Just the kindness and the love that was radiating out of her made 5-year-old Kim safe. My 3rd and 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Casey, she caught me stealing. And again, she had nothing but love and patience for me, even though what I did was wrong. But instead of getting really mad at me, she showed me love. And to all the other teachers in my life, like, I wouldn't be where I am today without them. And yes, I've had my share of really shitty teachers, and especially in Korea. You should check out my Korean high school episode. I talk all about my Korean teachers. To all the teachers who might be watching this, you know, you are so appreciated. Thank you for everything that you are doing. You are amazing.